Hello, all. So, got some news. See what's going on in the world. Oh, no. All right. All right. Let's see now. 17 occupations that many consider completely meaningless. Like what? Oh, let's skip one. Hold on. Sorting files. It's not meaningless. Somebody's got to do it. Not meaningless at all. I mean, if everyone needs the files, who's going to sort them? Because whoever needs to use the file, they're just going to use that, find the file that they need. They're probably going to take some time to go through a bunch of shit, finally find it. And they're going to complain about how hard it is to find files. And each one of them are just going to shuffle through a bunch of files each time. And whose job is going to be to do it, to actually sort them out. All right. Teachers who don't teach. My math teacher who tells me to log into Pearson and then disappear. One person, I dropped a university class this term because week 3 assigned. What is going on? Why are you missing words? Letters, I mean. Was it just the S's? Oh, because class have a double S. So, okay. I see. I see what's going on. Assignment instead to look up how to do this on Google. All right. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not paying $1,400 to be taught by an AI. As a teacher myself, trust me, these are kind of things. Yeah, I guess that's not really a job that's meaningless though. Okay. Management consultant. Management consultant? Do, do you consult with the managers? What's happening? One person stated, mine, I'm a management consultant, and while I have quite a bit of industry knowledge and experience, my clients either have the same knowledge or they aren't willing to accept change. Okay, so he does consult with managers. What a pointless job. Oftentimes, my firm gets paid a lot of money to make very little difference strategically or operationally. Okay, so they probably have a bunch of underperforming managers, and companies hire them to consult with these managers. And of course, the managers do it because it's compulsory. They have to do it. They go there and they don't take any of the advice and they just keep doing what they were doing. Why do I stay? The money's pretty good given the futility. I heard from an acquaintance of mine who's a management consultant that most of the time people just want to hear their ideas out of someone else's mouth and will pay you to do it so that their peers would be. No, no, that's not why they're doing it. It's because the people that are going to you aren't the people that are sending themselves to you. Like they're doing it because someone else is telling them that they have to do it. What is this? What's she doing with that cat? Pet psychic. Obviously, it's a meaningless job, but it could be entertainment. It could be considered entertainment, like a hypnotist or you know psychic medium. Psychic medium, like it's all entertainers, right? One user said our golden retriever was getting joint therapy, shoulder injury, worked with a vet dog, did swimming 3 days a week in a heated pool where he could exercise without putting weight on the joint. Also did some exercises, now fine. The place also did laser therapy and acupuncture for dogs. Acupuncture for dogs? Come on, man. Some people said something about Hudson, which is our dog's name, only they were talking to another dog. Oh, they said that the dog psychic's dog. What? Sometimes words trip me up, but this is the thing here. That's the dog psychic's dog. Oh, okay, I get it. The dog psychic's dog. All right, the apostrophe right there. All right. Apparently, you could find out what your dog was thinking, probably about food or smells. If the dogs are dumb as hell, what you think they're thinking about? World hunger? I know what my dog is thinking. Most of the time, he's either wants what I'm eating or he wants me to throw a ball. Yeah, no shit. My cousin is a pet psychic. She's got quite a following on IG, a fancy website, and even a podcast. She claims to receive telepathic messages from your furry friends. She can even talk to reptiles and horses now. Now, she learned their psychic language, did she? And she's not horsing around. Apparently, each species requires specific training. Where do you get this training? Oh my God. His teeth. Elevator attendant. Okay. One person shared, I'm so old. I remember when they had these department stores while shopping with my grandma one day. We got in an elevator and the attendant asked if we want the second floor. My grandma replies, well, yes. How did you know? He says, ma'am, there's only 2 floors and we're currently on the first one. They're from an era of manually operated elevators. You used to have to close manual doors and these. I get elevator attendants were probably useful back then because elevators were like new. They were a new thing. Now they're commonplace and everyone knows how to operate an elevator. But back then they were practically brand new. And people would probably just walk into it like it's a room and have no idea what the fuck they're doing. They'll all be looking around for the stairs. So they're probably useful back then. Telemarketers. That's not a useless job. It's for sales. Telemarketers, I don't know a single person who has actually purchased something from a telemarketer. They're around, so people buy stuff. Probably old people. Or lonely people. Maybe it's something the older generation does. Yeah, and there's a lot of them around. We have an aging population. They ain't dying like they used to, but everyone hates them and immediately hangs up on them around me. I worked as a telemarketer for State Farm. For State Farm when I got out of high school, and in 8 months, I had one person actually let me give her a quote. It was my aunt. That's dumb. We buy gold. Sign spinners. It's advertisement. It works. It actually works. Sign spinners or sign twirlers are people who hold a sign and stand in the street to get attention and possibly customers. Business hire them. The job only exists because the business wants to put a sign there, but it's cheaper or the only legal option to hire a person to hold the sign and stand there. That was my job for one summer in college. I got to hang out outside and listen to music all day, but I always thought it was weird that they were paying some guy $15 an hour to do the job of a stick and a piece of duct tape. A stick and duct tape is not going to get as much attention as a person. Paparazzi. Everybody knows what the paparazzi jobs are doing, stalking people, taking pictures of them and making money. You know why paparazzi make a ton of money? I doubt they make a ton of money. Some of them might, but most of them no. And keep doing what they're doing because people keep buying their photos to put in magazines that people keep buying. Stop buying the magazines and watching the shows that feature their photos, and paparazzi would go away, easy peasy. It makes you think. If Peter Parker was a paparazzi instead of a goddamn Spider-Man photographer or delivering pizzas, he would probably make a lot of money. He can get some good angles on some celebrities. Bathroom attendant. One person said, I don't need somebody in there pulling paper towels out and dispenser just to hand it to me and compel me to tip them. Second one, I never saw this until I was visiting Ireland a few years back. And man, was it annoying. It's bad enough that there's some guy standing at the sink watching you have a leak, but then when then he wants €1 or two for handling his help. I don't think it's a useless job. Bathroom attendants help, especially if you got a large place, especially like clubs or bars, that kind of stuff. They help if you have a lot of people that come in there. People tend to destroy a bathroom when there's a huge, you get a huge enough crowd in any place, they'll destroy a bathroom. They'll toss things all over the place. They don't care, because especially when they wait a long time in line, or there's a bunch of people in the bathroom with them and it's like overcrowding a little bit. They're just like tossing stuff. They don't care anymore. That's just the effect of mob. It just makes people go a little bit crazy. So having a bathroom attendant in there would keep things in order, but also the business don't want to pay them that much. So they would just have to tell them you can ask for a tip, and they ask for a tip. It makes perfect sense to me. I mean, you can say servers are practically useless, but they need someone to get the food to a bunch of customers, and they don't want to really pay those people that much just to carry food and take orders. So they got to get tips. Patent trolls. One user said people that apply for patents and then just hold onto them forever. What? With no intent of making the thing. And then when somebody does make the thing, oh boy, you owe me money because I own the rights to that thing. It's one of those weird do nothing and hope to eventually get a big payout jobs, domain squatters. It sounds like an investment to me. Sounds like how people invest. I don't know what to tell you. Another commenter stated there should be a law that makes the patent public domain of its owner if its owner doesn't actually use it. No, I believe people have to pay to hold on to a patent. Pretty sure they have to pay. I could be remembering that wrong, but I'm pretty sure people have to pay the government to like hold on to a patent. Shop security. One person said shop security is in most cases they can't legally do anything but just watch. They're useful. They're very useful for the store, especially if you want to kick somebody out that's being disruptive. Got people walking in there that's like smelling bad, or you know what I mean, homeless, that kind of situation. You want to keep those people out. People's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Someone attacks you in the mall, you would want a shopping security, because you're not going to wait for the police, are you? Another user replied, it depends on what type of security they invest in. Security guards who stand at the door all day in a uniform, yes, you're right. Yeah, standing at the door is pretty useless. But like being there as like responders to respond to a situation, that makes more sense. But standing at the door is open. People walking in. In most cases, they're used as a deterrent. However, store detectives go undercover and try. Yeah, I can see a deterrent was probably helpful. It's probably helpful. People are less likely to think about shoplifting in mass if there's security there. If there's no security, people will walk in there and start taking stuff. What is this? Car dealerships. Just let me buy the car from the factory. Yes, it would be cheaper. It would be cheaper to buy the car just from the factory, and you don't have to get all that huge expensive markup. But you have to think, if you only buy the cars from the factory, how the car is going to get to your state or whatever. How are they going to get to the place that you need them? The factory is not going to ship it to you. You're going to go to the factory to get it. The dealership gets the cars, and then they sell them for a huge markup to make profits. And the dealerships also, I think they kind of like have a huge union kind of situation going on, where they've pushed for a bunch of laws that help them, pretty much, that gives them a monopoly on selling cars and stuff like that. Like dealerships are like a huge deal, man. They have a bunch of politicians in their pocket. Just let me buy. It's an ancient law that mandates dealerships So you'd be, yeah, not an ancient law, but the dealerships pretty much got the law put in. So you have a guaranteed mechanic to work on it. Obsolete since auto shops are a thing. Car salespeople, realtors, stockbrokers, they are pure middlemen who produce nothing for society other than putting cash in their own pocket. They do move product. It's the same principle with a weed dealer. Like you'd be like, oh, weed sells itself. Does it? How is it going to get to you? Is it convenient enough? What if you're not in the mood? You know what I mean? You need someone to sell it, to move product. So they do have a use. It's not useless. It's annoying, but it's not useless. Health insurance operators. One person said, while it's a billion-dollar industry, health insurance, literally, they exist to prevent you from cashing out on what you paid into it. Yeah. No business wants to pay out. So I don't know who told you that. Oh, they probably told you that. That's why you fell for it. They also have little to no medical knowledge, make everything more expensive, and exist solely as a useless middleman to make themselves rich. Yes, but what they do sell is peace of mind. There's a lot of people that are nervous because they're in certain situations where they depend on someone else being alive for their income. And for those people, that insurance can mean a lot to them. So people tend to take out insurance. The ones that I find kind of predatory is when people take out insurance on their children. They're not even depending on their children to, you know what I mean? That's crazy. Take out life insurance on your children so you can get a payoff if something happens to them? Wow. Another person shared, exactly, they refuse to cover my medication that they suggested several years ago to replace another medication that they did not want to cover at the time. Yes, because probably covering another medication was probably cheaper for them. They have a different deal. And the other medication, they had a deal with that person, and that deal fell through, and they have a different deal now. I don't know what confused you about that. Homeopath. I'll do you one better. A few weeks, I saw an ad for a homeopathic veterinary doctor. I feel bad for the animals, unfortunate enough to find themselves as patients. The animals are fine. No money comes out of their pocket. Literally, the only possible benefit homeopathy could have due to the placebo effect, pets ain't and benefit from that. Yeah, no, they're not. But it is working on the pet owners, and they're the ones paying. Reiki healing. One person stated, I knew a lady, very nice and caring, but off the wall hippie, obviously, who would charge people to hold her hands over them and transmit healing energy. Well, you got to understand, stupid people really shouldn't have a lot of money on them. They really shouldn't, because they're just targets at that point. And when you get someone who hold their hands over you and you pay them to do that, you're pretty stupid. She also offered long distance Reiki where she promised to send you healing energy from her couch. That is a good racket right there. That is a good racket. That's funny. Another added, the funny thing is anyone can just open a Reiki healing clinic and call themselves an expert / shaman. If you go to school for it, you're just another victim of the grift. Yeah. Yeah. If the grift starts drying up, then you just start a school for it. And then now you get students to pay you instead of customers. It's great. It's great. Great scam. What is this? Old lady. Middle management. Most middle management positions, their job is literally to take things from above and send them below and to have someone to shift blame to. Yeah. Yeah. You'd think they should be the ones to be organizing the files, but don't forget all the useless meetings that they organize. Well, they have to justify their job. I bet redundant managers everywhere were really sweating for their jobs when everyone was WFH. I don't know what that means. Another one added. Another commenter said, you clearly have no idea what management does or worked on a team that was poorly managed. No, no, that's not. I get what he's trying to say with the, management is useful because a lot of people don't talk to each other, especially when they're just a job. Like, you're not going to talk to people you work with about whatever, your job is. They don't know what's going on. So they show up to things or whatever, and things don't get done because no one communicates with each other. You need managers for that. Middle managers are useful if the manager is busy. If you get the top level managers are too busy to actually go down and tell people what to do and organize things, middle managers are pretty much like a chumped up secretary. Hedge fund managers. God damn, people hate managers. One Reddit user said they produce no goods or services that actually make the world a better place. They are gamblers and leeches on society. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are leeches on society. Disabled people, they don't produce anything. They receive money from other people. Don't really do anything. I'm just saying, I guess the job is not meaningless, though. I can see why you don't like it. It seems useless to you, but it's not meaningless because they do move money around and they're good for the economy. Another user replied, I'm convinced that half of the time, even the news articles about stocks are intentionally misleading in order to get uninformed people to bet against a winning play. Okay. What is this? Isn't that the chick that became a dude? Hmm. 10 crazy good movies where women are the bad guys. What the? That's a completely different thing. I don't. Anyways, so that was interesting. Till next time.